Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to complete your Greater Rift 20 as a Demon Hunter, which is going to be the toughest part of unlocking that Hadrig's Gift automatic 6-piece set that you're gifted at the start of the season, which this season is the Marauder set for Demon Hunters. So let's get into it. Okay, so what we're going to do when we hit level 70 to start the new season, we're going to first go get Kanai's Cube. Very important. And once we have this, we're going to upgrade a rare dagger. And when we upgrade a rare dagger with a Demon Hunter, there's only two options that we're going to get. We're either going to get Carway's Point, which is the Impale dagger, or we're going to get Lord Greenstone's Fan, which is the Fan of Knives dagger. And those are the only two outcomes. You're going to upgrade one dagger, you're going to get one of these two. Now, if we get Carway's Point, easy. We just build around Impale, and we run around, we drop sentries, and we impale everything, and it blows up. You're going to walk through a GR20 if you get Carway's Point. I'm going to walk you through how to complete it if you get Lord Greenstone's Fan, because that's going to be a little bit tougher, but still very doable. And just to refresh your memory, I just threw on some random Marauder pieces I have in my stash. You're going to have a 4-piece Marauder set because I recommend doing your GR20 part of your season journey to unlock that 6-piece set as the very last part. That way you're as equipped as you can possibly be to complete that, because it's going to be the hardest step after you hit level 70 to get that 6-piece set. So you're going to have a Marauder helm, Marauder boots, Marauder gloves, and Marauder shoulders. You're going to have the 4 pieces that I'm wearing. And what we're going to do is we're going to build Fan of Knives with pinpoint accuracy, because we're not really concerned about the cooldown. We're only going to be using this to burst down elite packs. We're going to basically one-shot them. So pinpoint accuracy going to do a ton of damage, and we're not really worried about the cooldown. For our primary, I like to use Grenade Tinkerer because it gives me 7 hatred every time. We can't use one that requires a bow because we're using a dagger. We need a mobility skill. I recommend Vault Tumble, and we're going to be using Chakrams because that's the only one that works with the Marauder set. It's going to be spamming the map with AoE, so I do Chakram, Twin Chakrams, and Companion, Wolf Companion, just to get a little bit more damage for like the RG, or if you're ever in a bind and you need more damage. Sentry Polar Station, just because it's going to slow down the mobs that are around you, and I'm also going to be using it to proc this Cold a Week, which increases my damage against enemies that are slowed by 20%. For the passives, we're going to be using Ambush. It's a really good one for when you're playing solo because you're guaranteed to proc that effect. Awareness, because I like to make my builds hardcore friendly in case you're playing hardcore. If you're not playing hardcore, you can go ahead and switch that out for something else. Custom Engineering, just to make it a little bit easier to play with the sentries, and Cold a Week, as I mentioned before. So with the Marauder set, it's going to be giving us all the companions, and then the important part is the sentries deal 400% increased damage, and they're going to cast these certain spells when I do. And the only one that is going to work with this build is going to be the Chakram, because we're not going to be really using Impale. I mean, I guess you could, but I'm not using Carway's Point, so I used Chakram, Twin Chakrams. And, you know, we're going to be running around spamming Chakrams for the AoE when there's not an elite pack. When we find an elite pack, we're going to be using our Fan of Knives, pinpoint accuracy. I just threw on a bunch of rares here and made sure that I had no paragon, and made sure I can't unequip things in the cube, so I just used some cubed items that don't benefit me in any way. So odds are when you do your GR20, your character is going to be better than the one I'm using right here. So it should be easier for you compared to what you see in this video. So I'm just going to jump right in and explain how to beat it. If you get Lord Greenstone's Fan, if you get Carway's Point instead, I don't even need to go over it. Just instead of Fan of Knives, pinpoint accuracy, change this to Impale, and I like to use the lightning one, Ricochet, and then we don't really need to use Chakrams. You still can if you want for like the more AoE damage, but you can switch this out to something like Preparation Punishment so that you have a button when you run out of hatred. But yeah, that's if you get Carly's Point, it'll be extremely easy. So let's just go do our GR20 with Lord Greenstone's fan. Alrighty. So what we're going to do first, when we see mobs, we're going to drop a sentry, and then we're going to spam chakrams. And you shouldn't need more than one sentry. You see how quickly everything's dying, and your character is going to be better than mine is. Use our generator when we're getting a little low, like in between fights. You got 15 minutes, so you don't need to rush. I'm going to try and kind of take my time and not play super perfect, just to show you how doable this is. And then when I run into an elite pack, I'm going to use my Fan of Knives pinpoint accuracy, and I'm also not going to take any pylons. So I'm going to really handicap myself compared to what you're going to be playing. And I will go ahead and stick with you here the whole time. Last season, I kind of fast-forwarded through these, and people said they wanted to see the whole process, so I'm going to go ahead and play the whole rift. Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to run up and Fan of Knives. Boom, dead. Elite Pack died just like that, one shot. Oh, this is probably a dead end down here. So I'm not going to go that way. I could be wrong, but... And I haven't even used my Wolf Companion for more damage or anything. We're not finding any elite packs, so... That's a little rough. I think we found one so far, but... Keep an eye on how many sentries you have. Down here in the bottom, it'll show you how many you have available to you. You don't want to spend... You notice I'm kind of using my sentries a little bit sparingly, so I always have one left in the bank to play with. And now we have an elite pack, so we run up and Fan of Knives, and it's dead. One shot. And then make sure we pick up the progression globes. Easy peasy. This should be the next level. There we go. Hopefully level 2 is... Oh, perfect. This is an awesome map. So this is going to be a breeze. If you run into these are called fatties. Just be careful for their explosions, because they will chunk down your health extremely fast. Don't be afraid to use your vault to get out of situations. Try to use your potion as a last resort. Try to find healing orbs, or, you know, just wait for your character to heal. And here, we want to stick to kind of the edge of the map, and I can see that I engaged an elite pack down here, so we're going to run up, Fan of Knives. I may have messed that one up a little bit because I didn't one-shot it, so I must have got stunned and missed them or something. But still very easy to kill, even with messing that up a little bit. Got a couple fatties to be careful of there so they don't blow us up. We got another elite pack here. We want to make sure on the yellows we get to the main one and then Fan of Knives it. And remember, I'm not taking any pylons, just to handicap myself even further. Another elite. Boom. Fan of Knives one-shots it. And you see the massive AoE damage that the chakrams do, because the turrets are also shooting them. And you can kind of kite back to your previous turrets, so that you get a little bit more DPS on the map. And we want to try to kind of fight clusters of mobs if we can. But time shouldn't really be an issue. I mean, you see I'm not using pylons or anything, and I'm way ahead of the timer down here. DH is a really good class for completing your GR20 at the start of a season. Remember to use your sentries behind you, kind of kite back into them. And we should be getting the RG after this elite pack, maybe. So what we're going to do is try to get up there and one-shot it. There we go. One shot. And we should get... We're at 99%. We're going to have to go to the next map. Which, really quick, I want to explain. This is actually pretty good to fight the RG right next to either the exit of a floor or the, like, right by the entrance to a new floor, basically. Because if you need to run away, you can. Like, if I'm fighting the RG right here, I can just run away and go to town. I can go to the next area where there's no mobs, and I can leave. So, like, if I fight the RG right here, that's fine. Because if I need to, I can run away. And this will proc the RG. Now we can drop all of our sentries. We want everything out on the map. And see, we don't even need Phantom Knives. We can just use our chakrams. And the RG is gonna be dead, just like that. So, easy peasy. That's gonna be how you complete your GR20 as a Demon Hunter at the start of Season 14. If you have any questions, drop a comment and I will do my best to help you out. So, as always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day and good luck in Season 14. Peace.